Well, greetings everybody. I'm DJ Hyrule, and well, this is going to be my first time running a game, so forgive me if I am very nervous about this. But never mind that, let's get a move on. Let us quickly introduce our players, give a brief description of your character, and then we will get started. Let's start with Slash. Why don't you start? Yeah, that's totally fine. Yes, good old Peter here is going to be the big beefy boy of this group. All right, excellent. Oh, I guess I'll also give the names of the players. So yeah, Peter William Anderson will be played by Mr. Slash Kamei here. Moving on, let's move on to Miss Giygas. Please share with the class your character. All right, just double check my GM notes here while that's going on. Oh, right, you're making your character a Weiss fangirl. I like it. All right, good, excellent. Yes, Vermillion Duffy here will be played by Miss Giygas Attacks. All right, let's move on to Mr. HeimCrab. Introduce your character.
Very well. I have a microphone, as you can tell. My character's name is Miss Lilac Towns. She hails from a family of scholars, lawyers, and all that stuff. She's a very book-smart person who's studious to a fault. While she wishes to escape her exclusive bubble, she doesn't quite know how to, because she's already separated herself from other people due to her status, and doesn't quite know how to solve this problem. Maybe going to Beacon will help fix that. We'll see why and how. Also expect a lot of lasers.
Many, many lasers. Pew, pew, pew. Alrighty, and that just leaves Mr. Blauze. Introduce your character. Excellent. All right. These are our players and characters. With that said, let's get underway. Today's session is we're basically doing character trailers for each person. So let me start with the person I have first up on my list of the trailers, which is going to in fact be you, Blauze.
No pressure whatsoever. Just go along with it.
Yeah, I'm the one taking all the pressure. Ah! All right, so let us start by setting the scene. After a very average day of hunting, you are relaxing in a tree in a dense forest, supposedly all by yourself. Supposedly. However, while you're trying to nap, you make out a distant scream. Blauze, go ahead and roll me a semblance check. Yeah, no problem. Where do you look for what your semblance check is? Okay, give me one sec. I got the book up here. There are all semblance checks will use which stat was it that uses? Okay, all semblances are going to use willpower plus another semblance. I'm going to say, given how your semblance works, yours is going to be a complex semblance. So go ahead and roll me a 2d10 plus your willpower and discipline scores added to it. If that is what your willpower and discipline adds up to, then yes, a 2d10 plus 4. All right, excellent. So using your semblance, you can tell that the screams are coming from about 150 feet away. It shouldn't be too hard for you to close the distance. And using your semblance, you also pick up what seems to be growling, indicating that wherever these screams are coming from, there may also be Grim there. So what are you going to have Cid do? Oh yes, that okay, yeah. Explain what you do, and then just give a brief synopsis of what your semblance is. Excellent. That is what Cid's semblance is capable of. All right, so what are you going to have Cid do? All right, you're going to head in the direction of the screams while trying to stay treetop level. Alrighty, in that case, go ahead and roll me a... What will this fall under? This would fall under... Go ahead and roll me a reflex check. All right, excellent. As you're making your way towards the screaming, you are able to dodge a tree branch that is hurled in your general direction with relative ease. And then once you reach the next tree, you can finally see where the screaming is coming from. It's a young couple that are being attacked by a lone Beowulf. Now, the Beowulf has not yet noticed you, so what would you like to do? Okay. All right, you're going to take a shot at it? All right, so roll your ranged accuracy then. All right, you just get it in there. All right, so you're going to be able to hit the Beowulf, so roll damage. So that's going to be a 1d6. All righty then. So you'll take aim at the Beowulf, and you will hit it. It looks as though it only grazes the Beowulf, but now that that's happened, the Beowulf notices you. So the Beowulf is actually going to try to lunge at you and take a swipe at you. So go ahead and roll me another... Actually, this would be a defensive check, I believe. So let me go ahead and defense. That is going to be... Let's see. Go ahead and roll me a dodge. So agility plus perception to your 2d10. Oh, nice. So you are able to dodge out of the way of the Beowulf's attack. And let me double check. It's... Yeah, all right. So you managed to dodge it successfully. So now that the Beowulf has failed to take an attack at you, it is your go. What are you going to do now? Yes. Now that the Beowulf has taken its attention off the couple, they are able to hide somewhere. And all right, you're going to take another shot at him. All right, go for it. Ooh, just barely got it again. All right, roll damage again. Wow, all right.
Damn.
So, after taking a second shot at it, it seems apparent that this Beowulf is just having none of it today, as it seems to be just shrugging off your attempts to shoot at it. And the Beowulf is actually going to grab the tree you are currently in and just yank on it and like break it in half, trying to knock you out of the tree. So go ahead, Blauze, and quickly roll me another. Let me get a third copy of this book up. Go ahead and give me another reflex roll. I'm just getting a third copy of it up for better reference. So that way I can have one book on like the enemy section, one on the roll section, and stuff like that. Go ahead and give me a reflex roll. Ooh, okay. So the Beowulf rips the tree out of its base, and you tumble out of it. You just barely manage to stick the landing on your feet. So now that the Beowulf has done that, you actually have a chance to do something. What are you going to do to the Beowulf now? Ooh, okay, nice. So with a wind charge, that means you are going to use your dust, correct? All right, so that'll take 2 of your capacity, and go ahead and roll me another range accuracy roll.
Oof.
Ooh, okay. So you take aim at the Beowulf. However, it is just able to react in time and get out of the way of your shot and is not hit by the tree. And afterwards, it is going to take a swipe at you with its claws. So go ahead and. Well, actually, the defensive option you take is up to you, but I feel like you'll probably want to dodge in this situation. That a dodge is going to be 2d10 plus agility and perception. Okay, excellent. So it takes a swipe at you, however, actually, hang on a second. Let me double check this. Actually, that is just barely going to be a hit. So you are going to be taking 1 point of damage to your aura. Just one. These things don't hit very hard. And after you take the hit, it is your go again. All right, you're going to take some distance and take another shot at it. All right, give me another ranged accuracy. Woo-hoo-hoo, okay. So you hit a goddamn bullseye on this thing. And actually, considering that is at least 5 more than his defense rating, you get to add a d6 to your damage roll. So roll me a 2d6, actually. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. The Beowulf feels this one. Like, you nail it right in the shoulder, and it starts howling in pain. It is not very happy with you right now. In fact, it's so unhappy, it's going to spend an action to howl, which is going to add 1 to its damage. So with that said, he'll howl, and then he's going to take a swipe at you. So go ahead and give me another dodge roll. Okay.
Well, he's certainly dodging that one.
All right, you can dodge you dodge that one skillfully, and because you beat its attack by 5, you actually get an instant retaliation. So go ahead, and if you want to take an action right now, you can do so. You can counterattack right now. All righty. So actually, go ahead and roll me a reflex, and then roll me a ranged accuracy. All right, nice. Excellent. All right. So you were able to jump off of the Beowulf's back before it has a chance to react, and you're going to nail that shot. And again, you beat its defense by more than 5, so go ahead and roll me another 2d6. All right, nice. All right, you get a pretty good shot in on the back of its neck, and it is starting to get very, very pissed off at you. So it is going to charge at you and try and take a giant swipe. So go ahead and try and dodge it. And you do. This Beowulf is not having a good day today. Alrighty, so it is your turn again. The Beowulf is starting to not look so hot. Starting to feel the effects of the shots you've taken at it. Alright, so you're going to take a swipe at it with your melee attack, correct? Alright, so for your melee weapon, let's see here. So what type of weapon is it when it is melee? Because I just need to see what kind of category this would fall under. Alright, it's an elegant weapon, so go ahead and give me a melee accuracy roll, which is going to be your strength plus your discipline. So 2d10 plus your strength and discipline. Ooh. Unfortunately, the Beowulf is going to be able to dodge that. And it is going to attempt to take a bite at you. So go ahead and try to dodge. Oh, he's just barely going to get the hit on you. So he takes a chomp at you and manages to nick your arm. The wound isn't too deep, but thanks to your aura, but he still got you. So what are you going to do now? No, he does not have a hold of you. All right, gonna try and take a shot at him. All right, so give me a ranged accuracy. I feel like that's going to hit the Beowulf. Yes, it is going to hit the Beowulf, and you beat his defense by a country mile. So roll me a 2d6. Ooh, wow! Oh boy! All right, so you take a aim at the Beowulf. You line up the shot and think of a cool one-liner in your head. Pull the trigger and nail it in the back of the head, and it drops dead. You have successfully killed the Beowulf.
Rip.
So after the Beowulf is dead, the couple that were being attacked earlier come over and say to you first. The younger woman says to you, "Thank you so much. We thought we were goners." And the guy will say to you, "Yeah, no kidding. Hey, you seem pretty skilled with that weapon. You know, Beacon Academy's recently reopened, and I feel like it could use hunters like you." The guy's going to say to you, "Well, there's an outpost a few miles out from here where they're loading up transports to take people to the academy. That's probably your best bet." The woman will say to you, "Well, actually, we were headed there as well because we wanted to see our kid off to the academy." If it wouldn't be too much trouble, then yes, please. All right, and with that, the three of you make your way to the outpost for the transports. And that is where Cid's part of this prologue ends. So then, moving on, the next one I have up on my list is going to be Miss Lilac.
Okay. How about this? So, I'm assuming.
All right, so your part of this tale begins with you walking down the street of your city or town late at night after a long session of tutoring, and these streets are kind of dark, so you're having a bit of trouble finding your way around. You think cutting through an alleyway nearby you is a good idea.
Yes, fantastic idea. Save me some time. Nothing can go wrong.
You say that to yourself, but then you are jumped by two very scruffy, dangerous looking men. One of them has like these piercing, almost like insect eyes, indicating that he is a faunus, brandishing a lead pipe. The faunus is going to turn to you and be like, well, seems like someone walked down the wrong alley tonight.
Uh, hello. I'm just trying to go home. What do you guys want?
What do we want? We want you to realize that you just made a mistake coming down here. As the two men will start walking towards you, the faun is still brandishing the lead pipe.
Okay. I just let me leave. I won't come down here again.
Sorry, sweetie. It's a little bit late for that.
Uh, uh. Please. I'm just gonna start walking back. About to get cornered. This is a great idea. I know nobody's gonna come around here for help. Just like, no, not like this, not like this.
But as you say that, and as the faunus goes to take a swipe at you with the pipe, he suddenly drops it in pain as someone stabbed him in the back. Ah, son of a... Who the hell are you? Whoa. Lady, put the gun down. Okay, listen, we're leaving. Let's get out of here, man. And the two men will flee down the other way of the alley. The woman who's dressed in a trench coat and a face cover for her mouth will turn to you. You can see that she has crow-like talons, indicating that she's also a faunist. And she motions to you with her hand for you to just leave, to get out of here.
Okay. I'm gone. Thank you. Thank you.
So you exit the alleyway, and eventually you find your way home, where your father's waiting for you.
Sorry I'm late.
Lilac, I was expecting you 20 minutes ago. What the hell happened?
I got sidetracked. Okay.
Sidetracked how? What happened?
So I tried to get here sooner. But then there was these guys. There was these two guys. You could tell she's just like not thinking clearly right now. Those two guys they're about to.
Lilac, what did I tell you about trying to cut corners in alleyways? You know this city is full of those ruffian faunists.
And you say it's just them? Yes. Well, tell that to the one who saved me then.
Ugh, whatever. For every one decent faunus, there's 100 awful ones.
I think I need to learn to defend myself.
Yes, you do, Lilac.
You know what? I heard Beacon's reopened.
As soon as you mention Beacon, your father starts to chuckle. Lilac, please. You wouldn't last half a year at Beacon.
Oh, Father, you think so highly of me, and yet I ask for this, and you just brush it off, huh? Well, I know you want me to follow in your footsteps, and I know you want me to pursue the court of law. But right now, I've lost a little bit of my drive for that. So you know what? Oh,
Go
go ahead.
on.
How about this? The town's family wants to challenge themselves, right? We all love a good challenge of ourselves.
Where is
So
this going, sweetie?
so let's let's put our money where our mouths are. If I can last that half a year at Beacon, like you say, I won't. Then you'll take back what then all you need me to do is to just believe in me and support what I decide to do.
All right. Heim, go ahead and roll me an influence. That'll be a
Influence. That is.
2d10 plus your willpower and perception.
Oh, willpower. Okay, yeah, +5. Okay, there we go. That's good enough.
That's very much good enough. Your father is going to lean back in his chair and ponder over it for a moment. All right, fine. But if you don't last that half year, you're going to admit I was right, and you're going to follow the family business, and you're going to become a prosecutor.
That's the plan. That was always the plan.
Very well. I will contact the headmasters of Beacon and apply you.
Thank you, Father.
However, since you seem to be
So,
so independent, or so driven to be so, you can find your own way to Beacon Academy. Don't worry, there are plenty of transports nearby.
well, I will do so tomorrow morning.
Very well. Now off with you.
Alright, so the next morning comes.
The next morning comes, and you are awoken in your room not by your father, but by an old family friend, an old secretary by the name of Deneen. Miss Lilac, please wake up.
Deneen, what are you doing in my room?
Your father informed me that you are heading off to Beacon soon.
Yeah, and?
I came to find you because I have a few things I'd like to impart to you before you make your journey.
Okay, let me just pack my things, and I'll come with you to get whatever these things you talk about.
She will take you to her home a little ways down the street from where you live, and she is going to hand you something. It appears to be a staff of some sort.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
everyone at Beacon needs to have a weapon, correct?
I suppose I do. So how does this guy work?
Go ahead and hold it at the spear end and just pull the little trigger by it.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim at the. Oh, I see you put some targets up. Let's you very well. Let's see how I can. So,
So go ahead and roll me a ranged accuracy.
oh God.
Oh, this is perfect. So you squeeze the trigger, and and the other end of the staff starts firing off a rally of bullets. However, since you weren't expecting it, it goes a little wild on you. you kind of spray a little bit all over the place, and Deneen has to quickly grab the staff to stabilize it.
Oh,
Sorry, probably should have given you a little more warning.
yeah. Whoops. This isn't a traditional rifle, so yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get used to it. Beacon's staff should get you well adjusted.
Well, that they should. So, what can I do with what else can this thing do?
Well, hopefully you can do so at Beacon, but there was a feature I wanted to add to it, but I didn't quite have the time. Tell me, Lilac, what's your opinion on lasers?
Did you say lasers? Did you just say lasers? Like as in
I apologize. Did I stutter, Miss Lilac?
no. That how do you put that in this weapon? I need to do that now.
I wasn't able to quite figure out how, but again, I'm sure Beacon staff would be more than happy to tell you.
Well, I guess that's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get to Beacon then. Oh, you made me a very happy girl.
And I hope that you will as well, because, Lilac, I'll be honest with you, I really hope you can prove your father wrong, because his views on many things, especially his views on Faunus, are aggravating to say the least.
Old-fashioned, part of his time. It's hard to change their views. That's why I'm doing something as drastic as this.
All I hope is that the day never comes that your father encounters Miss Belladonna, because that would be problematic.
Oh, wait. Miss Belladonna is in Blake Belladonna? Oh, she's there?
What, Miss Lilac, were you not informed? Miss Belladonna is the current leader of the White Fang.
Oh, now that's just peachy. He's gonna think she's still running a terrorist group. Well,
Well, to be fair, it's not like he's the only one.
well.
That,
I'm gonna.
that damned Adam Taurus did his damage.
Well, I wish them well in recovering their name, but for now I make my way to Beacon.
Best of luck, Miss Lilac.
Okay. Thank you for this guy, this weapon here. I'll come up with a name for it when I get there.
I trust it'll be a good one. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
All right, so
Son.
you spend the day packing, getting ready for Beacon,
Mm-hmm.
and the evening comes around and you make your way to the transports. Your father was nice enough to give you directions.
Yay! I don't get lost.
However, as you're making your way there, you hear some murmuring. Then you turn around and you make eye contact with the two men you ran into that night. The fondest one recognizes you. Hey, wait a minute!
No.
Get over here, you little shit!
And I'm just gonna start running to the freaking transport.
So you book it towards the transport. Unfortunately, in your hurry, something falls out of your bag. It appears to be a small notebook.
Shit, where'd it go? Can't stop.
When we get our hands on you, I swear to God!
What do they want from me? Damn it.
All right.
And I just stop in front of the transport area. I'm just exhausted.
And that is where we're going to end Lilac's little portion with her being chased. But she's safe now. So then, Following that, we are going to move on to Mr. Slash. It's your character's turn. All right, so the scene is it's a very peaceful day in your village. You know, some of your village's hunters had just come back dealing with some small packs of fairly harmless Grim. It's a pretty good day so far. Your village elder is actually going to call to you. Peter, could you come here for a moment? Come now, walk with me, Peter. The two of you start walking around the village. So, how are you on this fine day? No, no, nothing is the matter. It's just. Did you think about what I told you? I know that you're not exactly eager to leave us, but I keep telling you, Beacon would love to have someone as talented and someone with as much potential as you. The elder will chuckle. Well, don't worry, Peter, take your time. It's not as if we're all going to be gone tomorrow. You have time to think about it.
Or will they?
Hmm. Foreshadowing? All I ask is you think about it. Now, it's still fairly early, but why don't you actually go get a little bit of rest? It's going to be a pretty busy day later on. Oh, you have no idea. They're skilled, but they're reckless. Anyway, I'll see you later, Peter. So after he says his goodbyes to you, the elder will go to his usual duties. You gonna head back to your place and get some rest, Slash? All right. So you go home and get some shut eye. You are abruptly woken up a few hours later to the sounds of screaming. After you say that, one of your village's hunters busts into your place and tells you, Peter, you have to run. The village is being overrun by Grimm right now. We don't know. A pack of Grimm just snuck up on us, and we didn't have the numbers to deal with them, and he's not able to finish this as he is forcibly and brutally swatted away from your door by an Ursa. All right. When you exit the window, you can get a good view of what's going on. There are Beowulfs and Ursas just all over the place. Buildings are burning, people are running, and there are a fair few corpses around. All right, you're going to bolt for an opening. So, Slash, go ahead and quickly give me a reflex roll. So that is going to be a 2d10 plus your perception and agility. Alrighty. So you're running for an opening, seeing everything happening to your village. You turn back facing forward to see a fairly sized rock fly at you, and you're not able to react in time, and it smacks you in the shoulder. When you're finally able to take your mind off of the blow to your shoulder, you look up and you see that there's just a Beowulf staring down at you. It's snarling and just baring its teeth. The Beowulf's gonna go to swing at you, but one of the hunters with its club is gonna just smack it in the side of the head before looking to you and saying, Peter, listen, go find the village elder now. Just go. All right, so you make a mad dash through just the carnage and destruction that's just beseeching your village right now. And you eventually do find the village elder, who is currently being attacked by an Ursa. Alrighty. In that case, go ahead and roll me a shoulder check it. Let's see. Um, let's see. Go ahead and give me a. You know what? Give me another reflex roll. All right, excellent. So you make a mad dash for the Ursa and try to shoulder check it, and you are just able to duck it as it notices you and tries to take a swipe at you. The village elder will cough. Peter, you shouldn't be here right now. You need to leave. As you're looking for something that's a makeshift shield, the village elder quickly gets to his feet and says, Peter, watch out! He's going to shove you to the side as the Ursa takes another swing. You're out of the way. The elder, not so much. He takes the full brunt of the swing, goes soaring back into a nearby building, and just collapses on the floor. All right, gonna smack it in the face. All right, go ahead and roll me You just give me a. I'm assuming you're gonna grab a big object. So roll me an aggressive melee. So 2d10 plus your strength and endurance. All right. So you grab a heavy object. I'm going to say you pick up a nearby steel bar with concrete, and you successfully manage to smash the Ursa with it right in the head. So roll me a 1d6. Oh yeah, 1d6 plus your strength. Oh, and you get a good hit on it. You just bash it right on the head, and it is very unhappy with you. It is going to now take a swipe at you with its claws. So give me a defensive roll. So I'm going to say. Give me a dodge roll. So give me 2d10 plus your agility and perception. Oof, that you, you do your best to dodge, but the Ursa's having none of it. It takes a big swipe at you, and let's see, what is its damage? Its damage is all right. You're taking 2 points of damage. So it just takes a giant swing at you and just clobbers you. All right, gonna take another swing at it. All right, give me another aggressive melee roll. Oh, nice. Good shit. Alrighty then. So actually, you beat its defense by 5, so you get the bonus. So go ahead and roll me a 3d6 plus your strength. Ooh, juicy. All right, so you just take an upward swing at the Ursa. You catch it right in the chin and you batter it. You hit it so hard that it shatters the concrete on the bar. The Ursa reels from that hit. Like it felt that one. Though I can't understand it, it seems as though the Grim didn't take your jab very well because it is going to take another swipe at you. So go ahead and try and dodge this one again. Actually, yeah, you know what? Go. You can absolutely go for the parry. So in that case, give me a parry roll. So strength plus your perception to your 2d10. Nice, good shit. All right, so you managed to parry its swipe, and still holding the bar that had the concrete on it, you jab it into its arm. All right, gonna bring the bar right down on its head. All right, give me another. Give me another melee roll. Holy shit! All right, you're definitely hitting that. All right, another freaking 3d6 plus your strength. Good stuff. All right, this Ursa is starting to feel the pain. Like this Ursa's coming to the point where it's actually starting to hesitate before it swipes at you. It's like, what if it parries me again? All right, well, give me an intimidate roll then. All right, good stuff. So the Ursa actually looks a bit intimidated. It actually takes a few steps back. Like you've got this thing spooked. Like with all the trained hunters in this village, it did not expect basically a mechanic with a rebar pipe to be doing this much damage to it. However, eventually, because the only thing on most Grimm's mind is kill, 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 it's eventually going to lunge at you and try to take another swipe. So I assume you're going to want to try and parry that one. All right, give me a parry. Ooh, okay, here it comes. So you've been doing really good against this Ursa. You've been getting really confident. You go for the parry. Unfortunately, you parry incorrectly. and the attack still goes through. The attack hits you with such force that it snags your arm that was holding the rebarb bar and takes it right off. As you're on the ground and the Ursa looks ready to strike again, gunfire can be heard nearby. As you look over and see some local hunters and some folks in white masks come in and start driving off the Grim. Because not only did some local hunters come to the aid of the village, there were also some White Fang members as well. Eventually, they managed to drive off the remaining Grim. However, a quick assessment from Peter tells him that the only two people that are still alive from that attack are himself and the Elder, though in the Elder's case, barely. After everything is cleaned up, the Elder, propped up against a wall, coughs. Peter, come here for a moment, please. Peter, you showed exceptional bravery today. And as I said before, that kind of stuff would be more than welcome at Beacon Academy. I implore you, Peter, make your way to Beacon. Put your skills to use there. All of Remnant could use protection like that. The Elder will give you a weak smile and say, "Thank you, Peter," before he finally collapses. As of now, Peter is the only one that survived the attack. All right, so now that the dust is settled, the Grim are gone. What are you going to have Peter do now? There are a select few White Fang members looking around, seeing if there are any other survivors and if there are any Grim they missed. One of the White Fang members will turn to you and be like, "Beacon Academy? Well, there's an outpost just a few miles out that is taking transports of students and huntresses to the academy. That's probably your best bet, and it's pretty well defended, so you shouldn't have much trouble." The same White Fang member will look at you, uh, goes to ask what you're talking about, but then notices your wound, mentally figures out what you're talking about, and just looks to you and says, "Yeah, give me a minute. I'll be right back with some." So about 15 minutes pass, and the same White Fang member comes over and hands you a pile of scrap. They look to you and say, "Is this going to be enough?" All right. So you spend the next hour working on whatever it is you're working on. The same White Fang member is going to wait because they are planning to take you to the outpost. So they patiently wait outside as you continue to work on whatever it is you're working on. They also resist the urge to come in whenever you cry out in pain, thinking you want privacy with what you're doing. And then you emerge. They look at your arm and then say to you, "All right, ready to go?" All right. And so the two of you head into the forest and make your way to the outpost. And that is where Peter's part of this will end. And with that, we have only one player and character left to go through. All right, Giygas, you're up. All right, so let me get up my notes for Millie. Okay, so your part of this story is going to start with you relaxing by a small pond nearby your village, an oasis of sorts, when you overhear some arguing coming from nearby. All right, you are able to spot where the argument is coming from. The argument is consisting of four people, two from your village, and two in what looks to be red and white clothes, which, from what little you know, tells you that these two people are excommunicated White Fang members, members of the White Fang that still follow Adam Taurus. And they seem to be antagonizing the people from your village. So what are you going to have Millie do about it? All right, and did she in fact bring the family weapon? All right, well, you approach the argument. You've still not been spotted yet, but you're close enough you can hear what the argument is about. One of the people from your village looks at the two excommunicated members and says, "Why do you continue to pester us? We told you we want nothing to do with Adam Taurus anymore." one of the members will turn to said person and say, well, see, that's the problem. Adam doesn't leave loose ends untied. So basically, you have two options. You can meet Adam's demands, or we can just raze your entire village to the ground and everyone in it. The choice is really up to you. The other member of your village that is there will be like, the day Adam Taurus is killed will be the happiest day in Remnant. The other excommunicated member will chuckle and be like, you could only be so lucky. Though, speaking of Mr. Taurus, I know you still have some debts to pay to him. Like he said, we want nothing more to do with Adam Taurus. And the member will respond, well, again, as my friend here said, Adam doesn't leave loose ends, so... And then he will pull out his gun and aim it at the member's head. Mr. Taurus gives his regards. Bang! And the village member drops dead. All right. The member with his gun will get smacked and be like, ow, what the hell? Well, it seems we have a snoop here. Run along, little girl. This business doesn't concern you.
Snooping as usual, I see.
The member holding the gun is going to laugh. Look at her. She thinks she's tough. Okay, I'm going to be a little less nice with this one. Leave now or you're going to get hurt. All right, go ahead and give me a semblance roll then. Which, considering your semblance, I'm going to say that it is a complex semblance. So give me a 2d6 plus your willpower and discipline. All right. So you say that, and he's just like, seriously, this is so adorable. I can't. The member isn't able to finish as your hair gets around their throat and starts to choke them. The other member pulls out his blade. It's just like, oh, you just made a mistake, kid. And it's actually going to take a swipe at your hair to try and free the member. Oh my god. All right. Give me another semblance roll. By the way, you rolled a 2d6 last time. Oh, this is 2d10.
Oh, right. It's 2d10. You know what? I just let her re-roll for 2d. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay, yeah. That is a ding right there. Just like, oh, you freaking hairy little bitch, I'm gonna. Oh! Oh, why? Oh, God. So, one member is currently being choked, and the other is basically on the ground. He's not gonna be doing much for a bit. What are you gonna have Millie do now? All right, the member is tossed, and at this point, they realize, okay, they picked a bad fight. So once they're able, they're going to start fleeing. Thank you very much, Millie. It doesn't matter what the White Fang does. Excommunicate all of Taurus's followers. Hunt him down. It doesn't matter. He always finds a way to come back to haunt us. The villager ponders over something for a moment, then turns back to Millie. Millie, actually, thinking about it for a moment, I think there might be something you can do. Well, Beacon Academy is accepting new students, and honestly, I think that'd be the best place for you to hone your skills. I mean, your semblance work was very impressive today. I think with proper training, you could be exactly the kind of defender that our village needs. Maybe, maybe even good enough to finally put an end to Tauros. We'll be just fine, don't worry, Millie. In fact, our elder recently said he was in talks about asking for protection from the White Fang, so we should be more than okay. So please, make your way to Beacon. There are transports nearby. All right. But be quick about it. I hear the transports are leaving fairly soon. All right, so you'll make your way in, talk to your father, and retrieve your family weapon, correct? All right, after you do so, that village member will be waiting outside for you, and will ask you, ready to go now, Millie? Don't worry, I will tell them as soon as you arrive at the academy. Anyway, let's be off. All right, and with that, that's the end of Billy's part. Now, just one thing left to do. A slight fast forward, and we head to the outpost where Cid, Lilac, Millie, and Peter are all now at.
Okay.
So, do any of you approach any of your future teammates?
Well, Lilac would right now just be reading up a few books about combat and not really trying to pay much mind to other people, internally screaming at herself because she realizes what in particular fell out of her bag in her chase. So I would assume she doesn't have the most pleasant look on her face right now.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. You are now all at the same outpost with the transports that are going to take you to Beacon. So, all four of you have arrived, and eventually an Atlas soldier is going to approach each of you at a time and ask you, could you please make your way over to that one transport over there? There's someone that would like to talk to you. And he will do this for each of you.
Lilac will get up, just nod at him because she doesn't want to speak with people right now, and start walking in the direction of the transport.
All right. For Cid, the two will each tell him, it's fine, go on. All right, so all four of you make your way to the transport you were instructed to go to. And the person wanting to talk to you surprises all of you. It's a man in a nice pressed like white suit who, much like Peter, also has a metal arm. It only takes you all a second to realize that the man standing in front of this transport is none other than the current leader of the Atlas military, General Ironwood.
Ironwood?
Ah, you must be the four that I was told about. It's good to meet you.
Wait, what four you're talking about?
It is then that Ironwood tells you that each of the people that you ran into, the White Fang member for Peter, the still living village member for Millie, the couple for Cid, and for Lilac, your old friend Deneen, all were secret contacts of General Ironwood who told him about your escapades today. You know, Beacon Academy will be very happy to have four skilled hunters and huntresses such as yourselves.
I wouldn't exactly call myself skilled yet, but thank you. Obviously showing some respect to to someone of such authority. Oh, don't.
I should note these weren't setups. It's just they were all in contact with Ironwood. So like, hey, these people are pretty good. We should probably get them to Beacon.
Very well.
And in Peter's case, the White Fang member that brought him there will be like, well, I mean, we work with Atlas Military on the regular, so most of us keep in contact with Ironwood, actually.
think Deneen would know contacts with you. What? Even I'm a little bit surprised at that. Just mad at myself for forgetting something is all.
Well, I apologize to hear that you lost something, Miss Towns.
Well, I could have it a lot worse, at least according to what these people are saying.
Ironwood will actually look in Peter's direction. His smile dampens a bit, and he says, "Yes, I heard. I deeply apologize for your tragic loss."
Yeah. So what's the deal with you? What's?
Well, given how well all of you handled the situations you were in, I'm here to give you personal letters of recommendation to Beacon Academy. That's why I've come here to see you all.
Oh. Oh, well then. I suppose so, Peter.
Yes, that is indeed just like that. Now then, my apologies if I seem to be rushing you, but we are burning daylight. I would like to get you to the academy for a proper tour before the sun sets. So if you'll please make your way onto this transport.
Okay. Let me just go grab the old particle avenger over there and I'll get it and I'll get on in.
All right then.
I am as she holds on to the to the weapon, thinking about the potential for adding lasers. I am not losing this. Not when I'm so close to my dream gun.
Nice trick.
And you know what? As Lilac gets in the transport, she's going to open up her book once more and activate her semblance in one of her fingers to aid as a light in reading it, because it's not as well lit in the transport.
All right. So, is there anything else any of you would like to do before this transport takes off?
Nothing really. I mean,
All right. All right then. That just leaves Cid. All right. And with that, the pilot gets the all clear and says, "All right, next stop, Beacon Academy. The doors are closed and the transport takes off."
please stand clear of the doors.
The transport lifts into the sky and makes its way to Beacon Academy. And that's where we finish today.
Yay!
Oh, God, that's a lot off my mind.
Suck. You can't spell success without suck.
Oh.
Apologies about not being very talkative in that session. I wanted the